Now, for this first assignment, just to kind of get our head around these different categories and the sort of actions that take place within them, we're going to start with a very simple game. So go to atari.com/arcade, ARCADE, and choose a game. There's a whole list of the old school Atari 2600 style games on there. I recommend something like Asteroids or Pong or Breakout, Super Breakout, where the gameplay is extremely simple, and I think you'll be surprised to find how many mechanics are actually involved in that. In those games. So let's take Pong, for example. Now, nobody can use Pong because we're using that example. But give a quick overview of the gameplay. So in Pong, there are two paddles, one on each side of the screen, on the left and the right. A ball is released in the middle towards one direction, and you have to deflect the ball back the other way. If the ball makes it past a paddle, it's a point for the opposite team. And if the ball bounces off the paddle, it'll actually gain speed and go back the other direction. So there's collisions involved, there's a kind of a building energy physics involved, there's scoring, and then there's limits. So if you think about mechanics versus rules, which we'll talk a little bit more about next week, the rules of the game are to try not to let the ball go past your paddle, and if it goes past, the other person gets a point. So that's essentially the rule. But the mechanic is a little different than that. It adds the speed, it adds the deflection, it adds the ability to change the direction of the ball, and it adds the fact that there's a score limit. So all of these things kind of are in addition to the actual gameplay. The gameplay is you move your paddle up and down, and that's it. And the scoring is if you don't deflect the ball. So now, pick another game that's not Pong, and give me a quick breakdown of the types of mechanics that the game uses and how that's integrated into the gameplay. And then I'll give a quick summary of the gameplay itself, so we know, in case we are not familiar with something like Super Breakout. And then submit that as a report, 250 words at least, and then we'll discuss it. And then from there, we'll actually go on and choose a much broader game or a larger game to do a similar analysis with, but then we're going to kind of go a lot further with that over the next couple of weeks. So let's start with atari.com/arcade, and that should cover it for now. Thanks.